Well, welcome everybody. It is Art News, and I'm going to start off with the first story. For 3 days in London, people are blindly putting their arms through a hole in a wall to let the world-renowned tattoo artist Scott Campbell tattoo anything he wants on their arm. So you can see in this picture that there's a girl there and she's just sticking her arm through a hole, and she doesn't know until she pulls it out what's been tattooed on it. And Scott Campbell, for anybody that doesn't know, he's a world-renowned tattoo artist. He's tattooed Robert Downey Jr., Orlando Bloom, Courtney Love. His stuff is like thousands of dollars. And so from October 7th through the 9th in London in the Covent Gardens, he is going to just be tattooing. And I've heard that he's done this project before, which is the picture you're seeing. He did this in New York, and it's so popular that it becomes like a queue of people that just line up. So he says it's a chance for people to not take their physical selves too seriously and take part in an exchange of faith that will literally change who they are for the rest of their life. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that brave. I don't know, but you can look at the link below and you can see some of the stuff that he's done, along with this picture of a group of people that partook in the activity. But just interesting stuff, kind of crazy.
Well, I've never got a tattoo before. Maybe that's what I need to get one. I can't decide on what to get.
Yeah.
Maybe I just gonna let Scott decide for me.
Yeah, break it in that way.
You know, and it's been a sad week. Brad and Angelina broke up, and I've been torn up about it. But it's official now because at Madame Tussauds they've actually separated the wax figures, so they're not together anymore.
That's nutty.
It is nutty.
I with the divorce rate in Hollywood, I wonder if they make the figures so that they can separate.
They must. It must be like a puzzle piece or something where they just go together and break apart. But I'm a little excited because I've always wanted to have a bromance with Brad Pitt, and Angelina's just gotten in the way. I know that's why we've never gone out and had a catch or gone to a game. It's been Angelina. That's what's kept us apart.
Now he's all yours.
I know. Call me.
Well, I just wanted to share this. I thought this thing was really cool. I saw this on the Independent website, and it is an artist by the name of Lisa Nelson, and she does anatomical cross-sections out of Japanese mulberry paper and gilded edges. So she basically, what you're seeing in this image is a cross-section of what would be like the human head, and it's just rolled up paper and it just made into the shapes, and you can create this sort of mosaic, super intricate, really cool look. But it's called quilling. It's a technique called quilling or paper filigree or gray. I'm not sure how to. But I've actually dabbled in this. It's popular in scrapbooking. I've done it. I didn't get past the whole like tiny flower because it is a little mind numbing, but create some amazing work. But if you look in the link below in the description, you can check out some of her work. It's really cool. So apparently, yeah, I mean, quilling was first practiced by Renaissance nuns and monks, and they would all the edges of the Bibles the paper that would rip off or fall off from age, they would roll up and then create these really beautiful designs with like the gilded edges. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah. I've actually, this is the first time I've ever seen quilling as like a true piece of art that like is accepted in sort of gallery form. But yeah, check it out. It is really cool.
Man, that is awesome. I noticed something this week that I thought was kind of interesting. I'm a bit of a nerd, but there's a study that's out, and it says that our emotional reactions are subdued when viewing art. And what they did was they took 24 people, and they hooked them up to EEGs and electroencephalograph and encephalogram. You would think I had enough of them. You think I know how to pronounce it, but apparently not. But they showed them these images, and they asked them, are they pleasant? Are they unpleasant? Are they art? Are they real life events? Are they attractive? Are they likable? Just all sorts of questions. And what they found is that the brain actually reacts differently to what it perceives as art. So which makes you wonder, like, if you call something art, does that make it art? It's like,
look at Duchamp, probably.
Yeah, exactly. So is it art or is it not art? But in reality, though, for the brain, it's just completely different for it. Like, they're in Miami. They had an exhibition. It's at the Art Basel Miami Beach last year. And a woman attacked another woman with an X-Acto knife And everybody stood around and just sort of watched, like, oh yeah, that's a nice form or whatever. And because they thought they thought it was art. They thought it was fake blood, and they thought, you know.
Wow.
And but our brains just see it as symbols, as emotion, you know. Which I've had people look at my paintings and get emotional from them, which is wonderful, you know. But if you break it down to painting, if you break it down to painting, it's mostly just pigment, it's color on cloth. I mean, that's all it really is, like, you know. But our brains take it in, the emotions, the feelings, and I think it's interesting just from a scientific standpoint.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine they assume it's like a performance of sorts, like, you know, and you kind of like when you go to the movies, you check out from reality and you check into this sort of performance piece, when maybe that's what the crowd was doing.
Yeah, you know, I wonder because, you know, if you're an artist, if you're a hobbyist, or a professional artist, you put a lot of thought and work into your artwork, and knowing how the brain is going to perceive it, that's important.
Huh.
Well, guys, that's all the news I have this week.
And me as well. Please like and subscribe, and check out, you know, our live feed when it's up, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Thanks.